It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
When you walk out on that field.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? It's time!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! Fever! Let's go to the house! Let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, I know we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. Man, it's like this. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! All right, y'all, let's go! Fever! Let's go to the house! Let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over. Oh no, this game is just getting started. A little late, but right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. I know the Dallas Cowboys did not. Dallas Cowboys could not get it together after losing, 41? What was the final score of that game? Hang on, let me pull that up right there. Man, Dallas had a tough one. So, and, you know, all joking aside, I give the Cowboys a pass. I give the Cowboys a pass on that one, Carolyn Phillips Grogan. I give them a pass on that one because they were trying to play a game after having lost one of their assistant coaches. So I will give the Cowboys a pass on that one. No one knows but them, you know, just how much they were grieving, how unfocused and how much the game probably didn't matter as much to them as it did to us. Because, you know, we try to make everything that we do be about just
the most important thing in the world, and that's not always the way it goes. That is not always the way it goes. So I am definitely going to give the Cowboys a pass on that one. All right, so yeah, final score of that game was 41-16. Head coach Mike McCarthy, though, he had a tough day. He made some questionable calls. Went for it on fourth down, tried to throw a pass, didn't get it. Went for it on fourth down again, and they ran a quarterback sneak with Andy Dalton. They got that one. So even though they got it, it was questionable. Why didn't you do that the last time? And then they tried to go for a fake field goal deep in their end of the field with needing about 10, 12 yards for the first down. But the punter was, 15 yards back? So do the math. You were expecting the punter to make a 25-yard play, and McCarthy defended that after the game. Again, my sincere thoughts and prayers go out to the Cowboys organization on the passing of their strength and conditioning coach, Marcus Paul, passed away on his 54th birthday. I mean, that's tough. And he had contact with every single player on that team because he's the strength and conditioning coach. But that doesn't excuse the behavior, or let me say it, that doesn't excuse the coaching decisions that Mike McCarthy made or didn't make in that game. In fact, I wondered out loud on Twitter if Mike McCarthy was going to get the Lane Kiffin treatment that he got at Southern Cal. Lane Kiffin coached so bad at Southern Cal that after a game, they pulled him off the bus. Get your stuff and come here for a minute. No, get your stuff and come here for a minute. And they pulled him outside of the bus and let him know, you won't be traveling with the team. You can go ahead and get your stuff and go on ahead to the house, and we'll send you your other stuff on the property. I was wondering if Mike McCarthy was going to get that kind of treatment from the Cowboys after yesterday's. I'm trying to be respectful and analytical. It was a tough day. And for all those who thought maybe Andy Dalton could be a cheaper fill-in for the Cowboys other than Dak Prescott, like they could get by with Andy Dalton for less money than what they're ultimately going to end up paying Dak Prescott. Yeah, stop that. It's after Thanksgiving now. We're heading towards Christmas and New Year. What we're not going to do is take that kind of foolishness with us into Christmas and 2021. That kind of thinking is left right here in 2020. There is no way in the world the Cowboys are going to realize any of their desired goals, dreams, and accomplishments with Andy Dalton at quarterback. And he didn't play poorly. He's just not the answer. I mean, it's like milk on Cheerios. And I'm talking about plain Cheerios. No sugar, no honey, no nuts, plain. You're not going to win with that. Offensive line ain't what it used to be. Defense is not what it used to be. Can't get by with a plain Jane at quarterback. Andy Dalton's probably a real good guy. Katy High School, real good guy. Ain't the answer at quarterback. In fact, if you don't see more now how valuable Dak Prescott is and was, you don't want to see it. Dak Prescott outscored some of these issues that the Cowboys have been having all year long, including coaching. Dak's first couple of games before he got hurt, he literally put up points that outplayed and outscored bad defense and bad coaching. Andy Dalton is not going to do that. Throw some nice balls, put some nice balls on some guys, make some good decisions, but Andy Dalton is not going to do what Dak Prescott needs done. Yep. Yeah, Judge Stacey Williams, my good friend, not only working the day after Thanksgiving, I threw one up yesterday. I threw a show up yesterday. I was doing live color commentary for the Texans game yesterday. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know how to vacation. Me, vacationing means I got more time to work. All right, let me take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, and like I say, just getting back and had to come straight here to the show and get it in. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Gila Rhodes, I see you there. Also, got to send some love out to Amy, Claire, Boucher, Castro, Smith, Barney, Johnson III. She's tuned in. Greg Padgett, Coach. What's up, Coach P? He's tuned in. CJ, what's happening? Amber Neal from the Amber Neal Show, the Millionaire Matchmaker. What's going on, Amber? Appreciate you taking time to come over here and hang out at the lunch break. And then Carolyn Phillips Grogan, the one of the best softball players in the world that I know. Notice I said in the whole wide world. She's tuned in all the way from Louisiana. I'll be heading that way in a couple of hours. Be trying to make my way over there. Floyd Andrews, big time Floyd. Desiree, I see you as well. I said Gila already. Larry Williams, what's going on, L-Dub? What's happening, man? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you all. It's Freestyle Friday, so I want to talk about that too. I want to talk about this whole Thanksgiving thing. Can we do that? Can y'all indulge me a little bit today? All right, we'll talk about that as well. So, but anyway, finishing up on the Cowboys. Yeah, Dak Prescott has earned his money. Dak Prescott has earned his money. I don't want to hear anything about, oh, yeah, but he's coming off of injury, so they should only pay him a little bit less because, he's been injured and, people just don't always come right back from that stuff. Stop it. Stop it. There is not a quarterback controversy in Dallas, nor should there be a quarterback pay controversy in Dallas. Dak showed you what he can do when healthy. They had the same bad defense. They had the same bad coaching. Their secondary was just horrible, putrid, just horrible. And Dak said, no problem. How many points they got? All right, I'll be right back. Dak was like, how many points do they have? How much time do I have on the clock? All right, I'll be right back. And Dak brought back victories. And then Dak goes down and the bottom falls out of this thing. You're running out there, Ben DiNucci and, Garrett Gilbert and now Andy Dalton. Jesus. I mean, give Dak his money, shore up that offensive line again, buy a secondary, and let go. This is one of those seasons where whoever the general manager is of the Cowboys, they need to start talking about him being on the hot seat. Because check this out. The Cowboys got rid of all of the big-time free agents that they signed this offseason. All of them. What does that tell you? Somebody picked wrong. And it wasn't like one or two. Every single one of their big-time free agents that they signed this offseason, they got rid of. General manager ought to be on the hot seat somewhere. Oh, but wait. Judge Stacy, it's like somebody makes a statement and the other attorney says, objection. And Judge Stacy says, sustained. The objection is sustained. Why? Because the owner is the general manager. Can't be on the hot seat. Can't overrule that. You got to sustain this guy's job. Jerry Jones, he and Steven picked signed free agents this offseason and got rid of all of them. So this team that you see right now, what you see is what you get. But it can, Cowboy fans, first of all, it ain't over because you're playing in the right division to be horrible in. For Christ's sake, Washington is number one in the division right now, and it's Washington. Although they looked real good against the Cowboys. That Washington defense looked real good. And that running back, my God, where'd they get him from? Now I know why they cut loose with Adrian Peterson. And he had a big day yesterday. But Cowboy fans, it's not over. Y'all can still sneak into the playoffs by winning the division with a losing record. I don't know if you want to do that because you got a nice draft pick if you keep doing what you're doing right now. But it can be fixed. It can be fixed because by not having these, big-time, high-dollar free agents, guess what? Jerry has saved a little money, and he can pay Dak, and he can go out there and get a secondary because you're going to have to buy that. I doubt if they're going to draft a secondary. But what you have to fix, and I think you have to fix it first, is that offensive line. That's where you draft some players from out of college for that offensive line. Fix that offensive line, buy a secondary, pay Dak. I don't care the order. Look, we're not going into the season though. You're not coming up on that negotiation deadline that they have. What is it, July 15th or something like that, where if you don't have the guy signed by that day, then you can't negotiate a deal long term. I needed to swallow a smoothie on that. We're not doing that this year. Ladies, that situation is like a guy tells you he wants to marry you, but he waits right up until the wedding day. And I'm talking about like minutes away from the wedding to start to pop out a ring. What you gonna do? You waiting around for that? Be honest with me. 281-453-1000. I can take your calls today. I'm in studio. 281-453-1000. You've been with this joker all this time. You have just done everything you can for him, with him. And he says, yeah, you're the one. I want to marry you. And he waits right up until minutes before the wedding is supposed to start. And he pops out a ring. What Beyonce and them said, if you put a ring on it, how's it go? Desiree, you know the song. Quit trying to act like you're real holy. You know the song. Cowboys have got to lock Dak up. They got to lock him up. And I'm tired of debating this with experts. I'm tired of debating this with Cowboy fans. If you Cowboy fans think that y'all can win with Andy Dalton, Ben DiNucci, and Garrett Gilbert, good for you. Like, I really want you to deserve to have that lineup at quarterback. I want Dak to go off and be the star Pro Bowl quarterback for Chicago or Jacksonville or, San Diego. I'm not San Diego. I haven't said that in a while. Or the LA Chargers. Let him go be the star quarterback for the Raiders. Let him go replace Ben Roethlisberger up in Pittsburgh, because Big Ben ain't long for the league. Big Ben could pop up any day and say, "Hey, this is my last game." Let Dak get under the tutelage of Mike Tomlin. Y'all don't want that. I'm telling you now, y'all don't want that. Y'all do not want that. Cowboys have got to lock Dak Prescott up. They got to do it. Long-term deal, somewhere in the, $39 to $40 million range. Lock it up. I know you should have locked him up when you had him at the $34, $35 million range. You didn't do it. Oh, but Dak turned down a long-term deal. You don't know what Dak turned down. Who are you gonna believe? Phil Simms' kid, Chris Sims. Which one of them Simses put that ridiculous report out? Can't believe that nonsense. They're trying to do what I'm trying to do. They're trying to get clicks. So now you got to lock Dak up. You got to fix that offensive line, and you got to buy a secondary. Cowboys will be a lot better. Everything else is good. Stop trying to trade off Ezekiel Elliott. He still got it. Tony Pollard, very good number 2. They got wide receivers galore. They literally could be wide receivers are us over there in Dallas. And oh yeah, by the way, tight ends aren't bad either. Their tight ends aren't bad either. That's how you fix the Dallas Cowboys. All right? Pay Dak, though. Got to pay Dak. All right. Texans, where'd that come from? Where did that come? Here's what I want to know, Texan fans. Was yesterday because the Texans are just that good, or was it that Detroit is just that bad? I really, really want to know. Were the Texans just that good, or was Detroit just that bad? 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. Texans just that good, or was it the fact that the Detroit Lions are just that bad? 281-453-1000. I'm going to go to my text line. Y'all are funny. Now I'm getting these comments about these rings. Now Now I'm getting these comments about the rings. Let me read this one. Is it TAN or is it TAN? I don't know. It's like, yo, this is T. It looks like they got periods in there, so this is TAN. And yo, I wish he would. I wish he would try to show up on wedding day with the ring. He'll be marrying somebody else. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. I don't know what made me say that because y'all are funny about these rings. Hold on, I got to read another one. All right, this one is from the 904 area code, 904474. Says, I'm not hanging around for there to even be a wedding if I don't have a ring, because if I don't have a ring, we're not engaged. Wow. That one hit close to home. That one hit close to home. She said he run around calling me his fiance. I ain't got no ring on my finger. Y'all are funny. I love, love, love my listeners. All right, let me see. Let me read this one. This is from 832558. Says, AJ, why you out here calling us out? She'll get a ring. Hey, bro, I ain't in that. I was just trying to talk about the Cowboys and Dak. They need to pay him. They don't need to get to the deadline again. That's what happened last year. They got to the deadline, couldn't get it done. And because they couldn't get it done by mid-July, they have to wait until next season. If they do that again, I'm Dak, I'm out. I'm out. All right, y'all. I'm out. I'm going to head out. Yo, Chicago is Dak. What y'all got? Now, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. MB from 732-239 says, AJ, you really need to get out my business. This man literally has not given me a ring yet, and we've been together 5 years. Ha! MB, you've been there this long, baby. Hang in there. Hang in there. You've been there this long, you might as well finish the ride. Nobody gets off of the roller coaster at the top of the hill. All right, y'all. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. This segment brought to you by the Care Team. If you don't have insurance, listen up.
As the coronavirus is ravaging our community, make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you with our free medical enrollment assistance program. There are over 13 million people without insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you by providing free enrollment assistance. Don't be taken advantage of by people selling bad or fake insurance. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. Or visit careteamcares.com. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
You love your dog. Is something bothering him or her and you can't figure out what it is? Maybe they seem slow or lethargic, and maybe they just don't have energy. Wouldn't you like your dog to be living their very best life? PetJoy offers a money-back guarantee on all of its products. If your dog won't eat it or you don't see the results you want, just let us know and we'll make it right. Totally risk-free. What do you have to lose? You can't buy PetJoy multivitamins in a store. The only way you can get them is through this unique radio offer. And if you call right now, learn how to get 2 bottles free with your order. Turn your dog's life around and make him or her a happy camper. Ain't that right, boy? He said call PetJoy right now. 800-296-1459. 800-296-1459. 800-296-1459. That's 800-296-1459.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident, or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Big shout out to El Michelle dropping those drops for me. Got to get those in the system so I can play them up real loud. But anyway, let's see. Judge Stacy says that Dak should have left last year. And I said, unfortunately, he's still under contract, so he can't do that. But hopefully they'll do right by him. She said, I doubt it. And I said, you know what? Same here. I don't think they're going to do right by him. That's really all they got to do. Pay Dak, fix the offensive line, and buy a secondary. Cowboys will be back and living in the lap of luxury. That's Method Man and Mary J. Blige, by the way. A lot of folks don't know about that. All I need to get by. All right, so anyway, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Freestyle Friday. UT and Iowa State, 13-10 at the halftime. UT up in that one. That's a battle of number 13 Iowa State and number 17 UT. Still don't know why UT's that high. Still don't know why UT is that high. Hey, Sandra Berry, how are you? Don't know why UT is that bad, that high. I mean, what's that clap? Overrated. Overrated. That's UT. That's anytime I think of UT football, I hear that clap in the back of my head. Overrated. Cowboys don't have to be overrated, though. They can be better. They can be better. If I'm Jerry, I'm on the phone with Dak. And I'm singing a Jodeci song or something. I cry for you or something. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby. If I'm Jerry, I'm leaving messages like that for Dak. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so I asked the question, was it that the Texans were just that good or Detroit was just that bad? Y'all excuse me. I don't have Rona. I got allergies. All right. So don't be looking at me like I'm crazy. All right. So let me see. Let me get the breakdown on this. So the Texans blew Detroit out 41-25. Deshaun Watson, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And J.J. Watt had a pick 6 in the game as well. Texans look real good. Although Adrian Peterson had a nice game. I like what AD was out there doing in that backfield. His step was he got in a little rhythm there for a while. And boy, I tell you what, the only thing that stopped him from having a bigger day was his head coach, Matt Patricia. That dude right there. He's the guy that Matt Patricia's the kind of guy that would put guacamole in macaroni and cheese. Put guacamole or avocados in baked macaroni and cheese. Talk about I tried something different. I finally saw that video of the mother that went off on her daughter because she tried to spruce up the macaroni and cheese with something that she saw online. And her mom was like, no, Thanksgiving ain't the time to be experimenting. Well, no, we didn't want that. Said your auntie gave you the recipe. All you had to do was follow the recipe. But you want to go and do something you saw on the internet. They left her down there cleaning up all them dishes. Baby girl was in the back crying. Ah, Mama, I'm sorry, Mama. Mama said some words so I can't repeat. Don't experiment during Thanksgiving with the macaroni and cheese. Period. WAP, period. Just don't. If you feel the urge to do that, call somebody. There is a 1-800 hotline for macaroni and cheese issues. I don't know the number, but call it and say, hey, I'm thinking about messing up the macaroni and cheese, and they will talk you off the ledge. Like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have you call another family member and give them the macaroni and cheese to bring to the family gathering, and you just go get cups, ice, drinks. You do that. That's breathe. Just breathe. Woosah. Okay, so now let's call your brother. Let's let him and his wife bring the macaroni and cheese, and you just go get cups and ice and stuff like that. Gift cards, stuff like that. Stuff you can't mess up. You just don't mess with the macaroni and cheese during Thanksgiving. Who does that? And you don't bring one box. You know, you get the little one box and you make it, you know, again, you shouldn't bring Kraft macaroni and cheese to Thanksgiving, but if you do, you get multiple boxes. You don't bring enough for 2. What's wrong with you? I'm trying to help folks. Deshaun Watson went off yesterday. He went off. And Adrian Peterson would have went off too if it was not for his head coach, who shouldn't be his head coach anymore. In fact, Matt Patricia knows his time up. Anytime a head coach says, I just coach day to day and minute to minute, I don't worry about long term. Translation, man, they're going to fire me any minute now. They going to call me any minute and tell me it's time up. He knows it. I mean, seriously. Don't you think people know when they're bad, when they're just not good at something? There's nobody bragging about being good at something that they're not good at, right? I mean, really? Who do you know that brags about being really good? Not just talking about, oh man, you know, I can play a little bit. No, they bragging like they can do it, and they ain't even got a shot. Who is that? Who is that? Who you know? 281-453-1000 or text me 832-403-5005. Somebody's saying that. I mean, don't you think Matt Patricia knows he's not a good head coach? I mean, he didn't have delusions of grandeur that because he used to work for Bill Belichick, he's not really Bill Belichick, right? I mean, he ain't running around talking, yeah, I used to coach with Bill. Oh, for real? Yeah. Okay, what's that mean? I'm good like Bill. Yeah, he ain't running around saying that, right? I mean, like he knows he's on a hot seat because, I'm just living minute to minute. I'm just coaching, day to day. That's translation. I know I'm about to get fired. Like, I'm trying to update my resume. Game plan. My game plan is update your resume. That's his game plan. I don't know if Detroit could be good if they had a different head coach. Y'all, stop the presses. Terrell Rollins has dropped in. Hey, T, what's up? T says, we know there are people who brag and can't bust a grape. I don't know why I feel like you throwing slugs at me. What you talking about? What you trying to say, T? I'm trying to think of anything I might have bragged about now I can't bust a grape on. Hold on. What are you talking about? Hello? T, you might have to call in today. You might have to call it. Oh, Big Time Floyd done left a dissertation. Let me read what he had to say. Hold on. I got to jump over here and see this. Y'all got me cutting up on Freestyle Friday. Big Time Floyd said, hello, AJ and the Breakers. Will Jerry Jones admit that the hire of Mike McCarthy was a mistake? The remedy is to place him on probation for 1 year, hire Wade Phillips to fix the defense, to upgrade the talent in the incoming draft. My problem with him is, why is the team so poorly prepared regarding his coaching staff? The play calling by Kellen Moore is very questionable. When is he going to challenge Zeke on his fumbling issues? If the team continues to play uninspired football and finish 3-13, then Jerry has no choice to make him 1 year and done, hire Urban Meyer and fix the Cowboys' chaos. Number one, happy Thanksgiving, Big Time Floyd. Number two, Jerry ain't gonna do all of that. Did you see how long it took Jerry to fire Jason Garrett? Jerry don't wanna, Jerry don't wanna be looking for a coach every year. Some people like to just date one person forever. They don't want to be in and out and in and out and in and out of relationships. I don't see Jerry doing that. I don't see Jerry doing that. I do think though that your boy should be a one and done coach though. I do think he should be. I most definitely think he should be one and done. I mean, I don't know if the game has passed him by or he never had it or what, but yeah, he needs to go. I thought we had Sybil Wilkes today. We don't have Sybil Wilkes today. She must have took the weekend off. Yeah, no, if I'm Jerry, I'm like, yo, this didn't work out. What happened to the one guy? Is it Ricard or Richard? David Ricard or Richard? He was this up and coming, all the teams wanted to interview him as their Rooney Rule coach. Whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to that guy? That's who they need to be trying to, that's who they need to be trying to talk to. MJ Boyd said, but AJ, do you want to be Jerry? I don't get what you mean, MJ. What do you mean, do I want to be Jerry? What are you saying to me, dear? No, I don't want to be Jerry. Jerry got problems. Jerry got more money and more problems. Y'all haven't answered my other question, though. Terrell said, there you go, LOL. We've discussed this before, but I wasn't throwing slugs at you, LOL. There are some people out there that brag about being able to do stuff that they can't do, but surely, Matt Patricia up in Detroit, Scott Frost up in Nebraska. I'm trying to think of all of the bad coaches I can think of. Dumb dudes are not running around talking about they can coach. Like, hey, I'm the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers and I'm really good at it. You are not. He knows he's bad. Come on. If you can't cook, you say you can't cook, right? If you can't dance, you say you can't dance, right? If you can't sing, with the exception of me, you say you can't sing, right? MJ said, you said if you were Jerry, LOL, sarcasm. Okay, I got it. No, I don't want to be Jerry. I'll take Jerry's yacht and some of his money, but nah, I don't want to be Jerry. Jerry has said some things that made me wonder about Jerry. I don't want to be Jerry. I don't want to be Jerry. And Jerry's plastic surgery ain't all that tight either. All that money you got, and that's the best you could do? Yeah, I'm not trying to be Jerry. Jerry's a good dude. I'm glad he I don't even know what I want to say right there. I was going to say I'm glad he owns the Cowboys. I'm really not. Because that brought up old stuff. I got mad at myself for saying that. I was so angry the way Jerry Jones came in and just bulldozed the Cowboys after he bought them. That took me from being a Cowboys fan to a Cowboys hater, and I was a legitimate hater. I just started, digging the Cowboys since they got Dak and Ezekiel and, DeMarcus Lawrence. I just started digging them then. Terrell Rollins said, never would I come to your show and put you on blast. You let it be known. That ain't happening. Now, privately, we can talk. T, you funny. All right, let me take a break. Let me hit the top of the hour. We'll be right back. It's Freestyle Friday. Y'all cutting up today. We'll be right back right after this.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready? I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. All this, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud of you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready? I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is It is Freestyle Friday. Gina Fleming said, no, some people are tone deaf. They think they can sing, And some folks been eating their own cooked food for so long, they think they can cook. Oh, wow. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Let me go to the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Brother AJ, welcome back. Ferdinand.
Thank you, man. Happy day after the day of giving thanks.
Absolutely. Same team, my brother. Just want to say, man, what an impressive win. The Texans really stepped it up, and really appreciate that, AJ.
So was it because the Texans were that good, or was it because Detroit is that bad?
Well, I want to say it's because Detroit is that bad, but I'm going to also give credit to the head coach, you know, and just fighting with the guys that he has. He's trying to make a difference. And, kudos to Romeo Crennel.
Romeo Crennel's got a winning record as the Texans head coach. He's 4-3 on the season.
Absolutely. And but yet and still, they're not bringing it back. So I don't understand that, AJ. I say, man, some things you got to just get with me on the cool because, Doc, I don't get it.
Yeah, honestly, all joking aside, and this is what I'm hearing on the inside, Romeo Crennel took the job knowing, they gave Romeo the job knowing that he only wanted to be the interim. He doesn't want this full time.
Okay, great. As long as it's that way. You know, because like I say, you know, even him going out, AJ, this will definitely look good for him. And I'm pretty sure, AJ, that he doesn't want the job for a certain reason. But when you're looking for a coach with the capabilities of Mike Tomlin, you're looking at Romeo Crennel. So
yeah,
I just see it that way, and if other people don't see it that way, my brother, I understand. But I'm really, you know, liking what Romeo has been able to do.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, man. I'm in agreement with you 100%.
Yes, sir. So other than that, man, hopefully they'll go in the right direction on next year when they hire another coach, and maybe we can, you know, get some wins in Houston because the fans deserve it. But right now we're not seeing all that we want to see, but, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah, and let me just go ahead and get this out on the table. I don't think that they're going to be in the I don't think they're going to be the one to get Eric Bieniemy. I think they'll make him an offer, and they'll probably bring him in for an interview, but I don't think they're going to be the ones to ultimately get him. So I'm going to be real curious to see where they go next if they don't land Eric Bieniemy.
Well, this is the deal. If I'm anybody who's wanting a job in Houston, you have to give me a 5-year contract. This team is totally disarray, and you have to have somebody that's going to be able to get in and have the time to turn things around, because you're not going to look for a winning season with the Texans in the next 2 years. It's just not going to happen. Deshaun is going to be remarkable. He's going to give you some wins, but when you're talking about, you know, winning championships, they're not nowhere near close.
Yeah, I don't see them winning a championship in the next couple of years, but they ought to be able to bounce back and have a winning season, because after this year, they're going to play either a last place or a second to last place schedule. So they ought to be able to win, you know, the average 8, 9, 10 games next year.
Yeah, AJ, but who won't false hope? You know, and that works for the Texans. But the thing about it is, man, we're looking for a championship.
Yeah.
And anybody that's not looking for a championship, I mean, you're really not concerned with the Texans. I mean, we've been having a team over 12 years. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and right now it's ugly. But we want a championship.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. If you're not seeking to win a championship and continue to selling tickets like you've been doing, I understand. But championship teams do championship things, and I'm waiting for it.
I hear you. It's time. I'm definitely with you on that.
All right, my brother, I'm going to hold you. Have a wonderful weekend. And like I say, go Mike Tomlin and Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, Ferdinand. Have a blessed one, brother.
You too. Thanks.
Call of the year 2017, Ferdinand, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Appreciate him dropping by. Ferdinand says, hey, you know, Texans probably got that win a little bit because Detroit's that bad, but Romeo Crennel getting the job done. And I tell you what, I'm going to start talking about – I'm going to do y'all a favor, and I'm going to make Anthony Weaver mad every week, because the 2 weeks that I made Anthony Weaver mad, his defense has looked a lot better. So I'm going to talk about him again, and we'll see if he can't get a win when I think they got the Colts next. They're up in Indy to take on the Colts December the 6th. I'm going to talk about Anthony Weaver leading up to that game, get him fired up. and let him respond and see what we can get done with these Houston Texans. So we'll see how that works out. All right, let's see. J.J. Watt is another one that apparently I got fired up. I was saying, this ain't the J.J. Watt of old, and J.J. doesn't have that never-ending motor. And what does J.J. do? J.J. comes hard on the rush, bats the ball up in the air, intercepts it himself, and takes it to the house. J.J. Watt, my bad. You and Anthony Weaver, I'm going to talk about y'all every week before the game so that y'all play like y'all did, play and coach like y'all did this past weekend, or this past Thursday, yesterday. I liked it. I liked it a lot. MJ Boyd said, close game, Horns versus Iowa State. Yeah, 13-10. Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to update the score to see if something had happened. But, yeah, 13-10, close one. I got to forgive me, man. The Big 12 is just like, I know Todd and Keith, and the Big 12 is just like, put it this way. If it's not Alabama, that's ranked high. I'm not Alabama. If it's not Oklahoma, that's ranked high in the standings out of the Big 12, I got no faith in none of the other schools. I mean it. TCU, remember when they were ranked real high? What did they do? Baylor, remember when they were ranked real high? What did they do? Oklahoma State gets ranked real high every now and then, and they always end up in the same place at the same time. UT, same thing. They get ranked real high, and what happens? When is the last time UT won a national championship? Somebody say it with me. When BY was their quarterback. Other than that, it's just a number in front of their name. Iowa State is 13th in the country, whatever. UT is 17th in the country, whatever. The Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, I guess, legit top 4, top 5. I'm not even a believer of Notre Dame right now. Same thing to me. Notre Dame might as well be in the Big 12. A&M, I see y'all at number 5. Let's see what y'all do. We'll be right back.
It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730. I'm going to tell you how you can get real health insurance for as little as $6 a day. Yes, now you can get affordable health insurance for you and your family immediately, starting at just $6 a day. And coverage is guaranteed regardless of your medical condition. That's right, for about $6 a day, you can have guaranteed health insurance. And there's dental, vision, and prescription coverage too. You owe it to yourself and your family to make this free call right now and learn more. There are no deductibles, no waiting period, no contracts, and coverage is guaranteed. Call National Health right now for your risk-free, guaranteed health insurance quote, starting at just $6 a day. Call now.
800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. 800-797-0921. That's 800-797-0921. Paid for
You're
by...
listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Freestyle Friday, and, I got to get into a Freestyle Friday topic. So let's talk about these rankings and all that, because MJ said, but that can be said about all the rankings. Before the break, I said that if it's not Oklahoma coming out of the Big 12, ranked top 4, top 5, I got no faith in anybody else. It's just a number before the name. And MJ said that, you could say that about any or all of the rankings. Not necessarily. When Alabama's ranked number 1, they play like they're ranked number 1. When Clemson is ranked number 1, they play like they're ranked number 1. Ohio State won the very first college football playoff as one of the top ranked teams. When have you ever seen a team out of the Big 12 other than Oklahoma play in the postseason like they're a top-ranked team? It's almost like the Texans. You can win the Big 12 championship, but what happens after that? If it's not Oklahoma, UT hadn't done it, Oklahoma State hadn't done it, Iowa State hadn't done it, Baylor, TCU, none of them have done it. None of them. It's just a number before their name. UT, when's the last time UT has been really relevant? I'm not talking about regular season games. Postseason action. When have they been like a top 5, top 4 school? Haven't. They haven't. A&M might finally be there. We don't know yet. Well, we kind of do know because they got the snot beat out of them by Alabama, so we know they're not on that level. But right now they're ranked number 5. And they will not get to play Alabama in the conference championship game because they're on the same side. They're both in the West, right? So, A&M is number 5, but what does that actually mean? What will that mean? Will they be able to compete for a national championship and actually compete for it? I don't know. There's certain schools that no matter how high the number is in front of their name, they don't play like that. When it's all said and done, they fold like a chair, card table chair. That's all I'm saying. Big 12 is almost like we're a conference because other schools have conferences. When is the last time the Big 12, other than Oklahoma, literally competed for the national championship? Now, I know they're a little bit of a different story in basketball because of Kansas and because of, schools like that. And Kansas might be the only school on the basketball side. When last time UT competed for something? I know I'm going after my own guy, Shaka Smart, but when's the last time Oklahoma competed for something? Baylor, they've been high up, but when's the last time they really competed on that level? Texas Tech has gone further, not named Kansas, has gone further than anybody in a long time. Where are the K-States? Where are the other schools? Where's the, where are the other schools at? I'm just not, I know that people down here love the Big 12 and revere the Big 12 because it's the regional conference, but okay. All right. It's dancing. It ain't good dancing. All right. Todd showed me there was one year that they had like 5, 6, 7 schools ranked in the top 20. Okay. But what did they do come tournament time? When you got down to that Final Four, who was it? Now, sometimes it's Kansas. Sometimes it's Texas Tech. Who has it been outside of them in that conference? Baylor? Now, on the women's side, it's a whole different deal. Baylor almost runs the show. Almost. I get it. I get that. Okay, MJ said rankings are statistics based given by mathematicians. I'm a mathematician. And some insight from people who played. They're historically based and should have large plus and minus variances. Agreed. They don't take into account game day, weather, nor human element mindset. I agree with that. I think one of the biggest farces in the game today is the college football playoff rankings. The only ranking that matters is at the end of the year, and the fact that they come out and rank these schools before they ever play a game, it's ridiculous. There are some teams that will never, ever, ever get into that top ranking because, some yahoo decides that Kansas's schedule is nowhere near Alabama's schedule. And even though Alabama has lost 3 games, I'm making this up as I go along, even though Alabama has lost 3 games, they still should be in the top 4 schools. It's all subjective. I agree with that. But putting that aside and looking at, like you said, the human eye test for me, I've never seen a team come out of the Big 12 in football with a high ranking and do something other than Oklahoma lately. Not Baylor, not Oklahoma State, not Iowa State, not TCU, none of those guys. They can get, however high they've ever gotten, that's where they've ended. They've not knocked on the door of anything significant. So, take the ratings aside. Let's just take the ratings out. When's the last time somebody in the Big 12 has done something other than Oklahoma in football and other than Kansas and Texas Tech in basketball? That's the Big 12. And oh yeah, by the way, they got like 8 schools. I always make them have less than they do just to, show how dumb it is. I don't know. It just feels like a good old boy network. Hey, we can come up with our own conference. We don't have to go no doggone SEC. We can be the Big 12. How many schools we got? 9? We'll still be the Big 12. We're oil, we're gas, we're Texans, we're Oklahomians, we're Kansas Statians, we are Baylorans. We're the Big 12. Just feels like that. I'm not trying to give SEC all the love because I think things are skewed in their favor. To me, there should never, if you only have 4 teams in your playoffs, you should never have 2 teams from one conference in those playoffs. Things are skewed for the SEC, but at least they produce when they get a chance to produce. Gotta take a break. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up. We're better together.
Sorry, y'all.
1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
What's up with it, y'all? It's the lunch break right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday. And so good discussion, MJ. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Oh, she said, I am saving this post because it's rare for people to agree with me. MJ, I do. I agree with you. I think there's a whole lot of factors that really don't ever get taken into account with these ratings. I think ratings are all for show. I think so somebody can get clicks on their network or their website or what have you. They come up with rankings, power rankings, you name it. But I think that all of those are unfair to the smaller schools out there. I think all of those are unfair to the smaller schools out there. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I want to do there. All right. So, but good discussion though. Good discussion. She said they are all for Vegas. I agree. I think that's wholeheartedly what it's for. And therefore it's not fair to the smaller schools out there who have great seasons and never get a chance to compete for it all like they might in basketball. So even though they have the rankings in basketball, they also have a tournament that you can play into or qualify for, and then it's you against them. It's the little school against the Kansases and the little schools against Duke and North Carolina. And guess what? There are times when those little schools get it done. Football, on the other hand, is more Vegas, political, who you know, and not what you know, and that. And I don't like it. I don't like that part of it. I love the game. I don't like that part of it. So anyway, that's my thing. All right, we got to get ready to go in about 30 minutes, but I got a question for you. It's 2020, right? And it's been a heck of a 2020. I'm a little thrown off. This is the segment, nothing to do with sports. I don't have my jingles, or else I would play that. Should we still be celebrating Thanksgiving as it was originally presented to us? The Native Americans and the settlers getting together and having a Thanksgiving harvest feast together. I mean, we all now know a lot more now than we did back then about what actually happened, as opposed to what some of us were taught that happened. So I find myself feeling funny saying Happy Thanksgiving. I almost feel like I'm saying happy day that you massacred an entire, plethora of people who were here before you just so you can have their land. And I'm not trying to be woke. I'm not trying to be deep. I'm that guy. I'm a little nerdy. And now my nerdiness is getting the best of me. And I'm wondering, I'm not trying to be politically correct either. I don't, what's funny is people who talk to you about being politically correct, they are typically trying to be politically correct when it comes to standing for the flag and standing, during the national anthem. It's like you got to be patriotically correct, but you don't need to be politically correct. But I digress. I want to hear your thoughts. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. I'm watching the games yesterday. I'm doing my sports due diligence, and I keep hearing everybody say, "Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving," and I'm like, but was it really? I mean, it's like everything else. Is it really what it was founded to be? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Is it still, knowing what you know now, is it still okay to say Happy Thanksgiving? All right, so MJ Boyd said, "Oh, I'm on a roll. Why live in, celebrate gratitude only one day, practice gratitude and thankfulness every day?" And see, that's my thing. If we're shifting it to, my gratitude and my thankfulness for what I'm, thankful for, my family and my health, and, to be able to come and do a 2-hour sports talk show every day. And, then I get that. That's, now that's not based on a lie, or it's not based on, a whole nation of people, practically being wiped off the face of the earth. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, AJ, it's MJ.
Hey.
Hey. So, about this whole Thanksgiving kind of thing. This year's hard. I kind of tell you, because I do agree with you. But it's always been like that. We have so many people who question, why are we one day celebrating, giving thanks for taking over not a nation, but taking over land that wasn't ours, that wasn't the English. We just came in, we set a flag, and we said, okay, it's ours. being part of one of the my bloodline as a Cherokee, it's really hard because then if you track back in the history, we moved my people to Oklahoma and said, okay, you can have this land and that's it. But why is that? Who are you to determine what land I can and cannot have? If this was all my land to begin with, my God, if I were them. But I guess if you think about it, it's, to me, Thanksgiving yesterday marks a day right before Black Friday, right before the Christmas stuff, right before, it's mark the next season. It's kind of the ending of the old, beginning of the new, so to speak. I used to think it was a big thing. I used to be all bought in with the turkeys and all that kind of stuff. When it's a day to indulge, it's a day to spend with family, but every day should be like that.
Right.
Not the indulging part, but spending with your family and being thankful. And if you live it, changing my mindset to living in a gratitude-based mindset has completely altered and opened my world.
Okay. All right.
And if you take this one day for 24 hours, it's only 24 hours to live in gratitude, you short-side yourself.
Mm-hmm. And I get that. I get that. It's almost like the other day that, some folks get goofy about, and that's Valentine's Day. And it's like, okay, so I get it's a day to remind each other that we should love, our significant others and wives and husbands, but that should be every day, right?
If you use Valentine's Day as your one get out of jail card, I'm going to celebrate, I'm going to show my love for her this day, and then I'm going to cheat on her, or, cheat on him, or
Oh, okay. I'm glad you did it the other way, because I was coming. Like, y'all, look, we don't cheat by ourselves.
No, I know, but I also do speak from experience on that. So.
Right. I got you.
If you use that one day on February 14th every year to show your love, then your love is not true.
Okay. All right.
You should show your love every day.
Right.
It takes one day, and if it takes one day to show gratitude, such as Thanksgiving, then you really need to recheck yourself and rethink your priorities in life. You should show gratitude and thanks every day, every minute, every hour, because you're thankful that you're on earth.
Right. And again, I'm not trying to over glorify 2020, given what most folks have gone through this year, baby. I was thankful that thing slapped a little harder this yesterday than it did in years past. So I get what you're saying, and I guess for me, foundationally, you're saying that you've shifted it from what we were taught Thanksgiving Day was about to more of a personal expression of your thankfulness from your life.
Yeah, but again, I am in gratitude. I express my gratitude daily.
Yeah.
It's not throughout the day, because I am alive.
I got you. Right. And
I do get this opportunity to live my life.
Right. And for those who don't know, MJ had been through a horrific car accident and suffered just amazing brain trauma. And like she said, the fact that she's even living her life right now is, a miracle, and living it well.
I've got critics out there that tell me, there's some things I could do differently. But hey, everyone's going to be
haters gonna hate. So.
Haters gonna hate, yeah.
Not everybody has good taste like us. So.
Hey, look, my taste has been questionable, but I think I've got it on the right track.
You're so funny. MJ, I appreciate the comments, though. Thank you.
Hey, no. And by the way, the day that I'm going to express my utmost love and gratitude is going to be January 1st of 21, when we get out of 2020.
No, I thought you were going to say December 13th of 2020, because that's my birthday. But, okay, no problem.
Of course. Oh, hey, that was intentional grounding. Sorry, my bad. Watch the Iowa State.
MJ, you be safe out there and have a blessed weekend. All right, dear?
Oh, boo, I'm not moving. I'm on my couch. It's raining.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to get to mine. I literally just got out of the airport, so.
Okay, hey, be safe. And I am thankful for you every day, AJ. You've been a 100% such a support for me.
Well, you know what? That's a two-way street, my friend, and I appreciate you, all right?
All right. Hey, I'm not caller of the year, but Shout out to Ferdinand.
We got another year coming.
Can we just call this year a mulligan?
Yeah. But the only thing is, I just don't want a do-over. You know, sometimes you hit a bad shot, you take another shot, and you hit that one worse. I don't want to do that.
You know what? Yeah, let's just call it a wash.
Yeah. Let's just put this one up and just go ahead and go with another one.
Yep. All right.
All right,
Count
MJ.
again. Love you.
Love you too. MJ Boyd, always a good call. Love some MJ Boyd. All right, Terrell Rollins, let me get your comments in. Terrell said, historically, they lied about so much, and now many of us are knowledgeable. So much has happened this year, so I won't bash people for having a day of joy. I just worded differently when I got the Happy Thanksgiving message with a blessing to you response. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like I feel funny saying Happy Thanksgiving from a historical standpoint and there are people that lost loved ones this year like never before, people that are sick themselves like never before, jobs, finances, evictions. And it's just like, wow. I almost wanted to temper my excitement of gratitude. Happy Thanksgiving. And it's like, oh, hey, listen, I'm just grateful and thankful that we're still here. You know what I mean? It's just like, and then, like I said, when you go back, it makes me wonder. In fact, I've got to take a break. But when I come back, I want to read something that I thought was pretty interesting concerning Thanksgiving. Like there's a movement that's going on, and I'm for it. I'm down with it. I'm like all down with it. So if you got comments, thoughts about it, I want to hear it. I know it's a sports talk show, but it's Freestyle Friday. So this was one I wanted to throw out there. How are you on the celebration of Thanksgiving? Is it, business as usual? Happy Thanksgiving. This goes all the way back to when the settlers and the indigenous people, Native Americans, were here, and they got together and they celebrated the harvest, and they celebrated unity and what have you. And then the very next day, they were running for their lives. So, or is yours kind of like MJ? Have you turned that more into a personal reflection of what you're thankful for, what you're grateful for, what have you? 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me 832-403-5005. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
So severe, I begin to fear.
Again I say unto you, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Matthew 18:19 and 20.
That's the gospel.
And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
This is one of the many great results of Care Team's efforts. Don't get caught with bad or fake insurance or no insurance at all. Let Care Team assist you with our free enrollment assistance program. Call now. 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without medical insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you by providing free enrollment assistance. Don't be taken advantage of by people selling bad or fake insurance. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377, or visit careteamcares.com. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Freestyle Friday, day after Thanksgiving, and I've had several people send me messages about this one. PL says, AJ, I was just having this conversation with my son the other day about the real meaning of Thanksgiving and how it was not what it was presented to be. So we focus on what we're thankful for as a family and as a community, and we go from there. I got you. I got you. So instead of Thanksgiving Day, it's becoming I'm Thankful Day, which is different than just going on that historical difference. So let me read this article. It's written by Harmeet Kaur, Kaur, and it says, around this time every year, Americans come together to share a feast commemorating a myth about its first inhabitants. An indigenous tribe did eat with the Pilgrims in 1621 and sign a treaty with the colonists that had settled on their shores, an act of survival, rather one of goodwill and friendship. But the relationship would eventually break down, decimating the tribe's population and whittling away its land. Nearly 400 years later, the descendants of the very tribe at the heart of the Thanksgiving holiday are still fighting to reclaim their lands, a fight that ironically hinges on whether or not the tribe meets the federal government's definition of the word Indian. And I quote, it says, "We're kind of stereotyped as the tribes that met the Pilgrims, and that's our whole story, like we ceased to exist in 1621, says Robert Markson, a citizen of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe. That couldn't be further from the truth." He says the Mashpee Wampanoags have lived in what's now Massachusetts and eastern Rhode Island for more than 12,000 years. Despite their storied history in the United States, they weren't recognized by the federal government until 2007. Wow. You were there 12,000 years. They come along in 1600, and all of a sudden you don't exist anymore until 2007 when they begin to recognize you. And in recent years, court rulings challenging whether the tribe's reservation is eligible to be put in trust have posed an existential threat. Their fight is one in a broader movement by indigenous people across North America to reclaim their lands, a movement that is gaining steam as the nation grapples with injustices committed against marginalized communities. I am for Native Americans, indigenous people getting their land back. All of it. Now somebody said, well, if they get all the land back, where are we going to be? No, I'm saying instead of pushing them into a dry place that you called a reservation as if it's been reserved for the people who owned it, let them have the land back. Let them have the land back that was theirs. There's another part I want to bring. Oh, here we go. One tribe seems to be an outlier. For thousands of years, the Wyatt people were the stewards of Dulawat Island, situated in the marshes and of what is now Humboldt Bay along California's north coast. Then, in 1860, a group of white settlers interrupted the tribe's annual world renewal ceremony and massacred scores of Wyatt women, children, and elders. In the years since, the island has been transformed into a shipyard, and by 1990, it lay vacant, scattered with scrap metal and contaminated with toxic chemicals. Last year, the Wyatt had reclaimed almost all of Dulawat Island, and the culmination of decades of efforts to get their ancestral land back. Watch this. When 1.5 acres of the island went up for sale, the tribe raised $106,000 to buy it back in 2000. A few years later, the city of Eureka agreed to give them back about 40 more acres. Then in 2015, the Eureka City Council voted to return the remaining 200 acres the city owned on the island, and it was a commitment made official last year. The return of Dulawat Island is perhaps the first time that a U.S. municipality repatriated land to an indigenous tribe without strings attached. Why is that so hard to do? Why is it so hard to give people back what was theirs that we literally had no right to? It's not like we walked in and bought it. Not like we walked in and traded for or bartered for it. Walked in and killed them, took it, and then have the nerve to not even recognize them as people. They were there 12,000 years before you ever set foot on it. And then in 2007, you decide, oh yeah, y'all exist. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is El Michelle.
Hey, El Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing all right. This conversation, that's a very interesting article. If you could post that somewhere in the comments, I'd like to go read it all. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
I love that. It's tragic. I heard you mention something about Massachusetts and the settlers. And I have a problem with the whole Thanksgiving narrative, personally. I do like to give thanks, but I do that on a daily basis. Because it's so commercialized and we grew up seeing, the little turkeys and the pilgrims with the little hats and the little white socks and all that kind of stuff. You grew up thinking and believing one thing. But when the truth begins to come out, then it just breaks your heart.
Right.
There's something that I talk to my mother about all the time. It's talked about a lot biblically. Replacement theory. It gets into who the original Jews are, and then now evangelicals are the chosen people, and Jews are just a part of the narrative somewhere in there mixed in. It's and the whole deal with Thanksgiving, when you said settlers, it just was like a knife to my heart. Because how do settlers massacre women and children?
Yeah, those aren't settlers. That's like an invading army. That's not a settler.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And so it just breaks my heart, because what our history is, the whole history of colonizing this land was robbery, rape, thieves, murderers. But then we're supposed to celebrate it with balloons and turkeys and dressing up. I don't agree with it. I can't. I just can't, because, it even goes even deeper when you start saying, okay, we colonized, well, what did you do to do that?
Right. It goes back to, and I don't mean to convolute one with the other. Christopher Columbus discovering America when America was not lost. And there were people here, so it's not like you found the land and then people moved on this vacant land. You didn't find something that was lost, and oh yeah, by the way, you were in the wrong place in the first place. So
exactly, and he didn't even settle the Northern American part of the hemisphere. Anyway, he landed where there were darker people.
Right.
In the southern part. So we don't even know the real history behind all this stuff, and so we just take it for what's given to us instead of finding the truth in it, and just I just don't agree. I can't do it.
Yeah, and that's why I said I wonder if people have kind of transformed it from Thanksgiving Day to just being more a time to show gratitude. Like MJ said, we should do that every day. But there are always these days where you actually acknowledge it, you actually honor it, where you show gratitude for your health, life, strength, family, you name it. But kind of distancing ourselves from what we now know not to be the truth.
Exactly. And I'm grateful for the people who've made it thus far to tell the history. I've met with many Native people from South America and North America, and there are some beautiful people. I'm grateful to hear their conversations and their family histories and stuff like that, so that I can know a little bit more of the truth.
Yeah, there's a real good book out there called "They Came Before Columbus." Good read.
Yeah.
It is a good read. I've been reading it again on audiobooks, and I got to tell you, it's a very good read. So, for those who have not read that, don't be fooled. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. We were here before.
Yeah, I'm glad you say we, because that is true.
Yeah, we were here before. Not every one of us came over on a slave ship.
Exactly. Thank you very much. I applaud you for talking about this topic. All right?
All right, no problem. Appreciate you as always, El Michelle.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, I just wanted to throw that out there. It's Freestyle Friday, so just kind of wanted to throw that out there. But if you got a thought, feeling about it, comment 281-453-1000. Got a couple of minutes left. And or you can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Keith Hennig said, "Hey, all, sitting in the rain at the Longhorns game. Yay. Happy weekend, everyone." Speaking of the Longhorns game, let me get a quick sports update on that one. That one was 20-13 at last check, and looks like just got a field goal from Iowa State. So it's 20-16 with about 8 minutes left to play in the game. Iowa State 13th ranked, losing to 17th ranked UT, and that score is again 20-16. Let's see. In basketball, number 14 Texas Tech is all over Sam Houston State 43-15. Incarnate Word is beating Rice 24-23. Lamar is beating my alma mater Tulane 18-8. David Grubb, host of Hard in the Paint, sat in for me earlier this week, is doing the color commentary at that Tulane game right now. So as soon as I get out of here, I'm going to go and turn that on and check out my boy David Grubb. I'm not calling anybody else boys, not doing that. Number 24, Iowa, is leading Nebraska 13-13. That's Big Ten football. Prairie View is up on Evansville. Come on, PVU in basketball, 61-54. Let's see. Go on, Prairie View. Go on, win that one. I'd like that. Wow, San Francisco knocked off number 4 Virginia in men's basketball, 61-60, and number 1 Gonzaga, fresh off of beating Kansas, knocked off Auburn 90-67. So getting a little basketball in. I know the women of TSU are playing. Let me see if I can't get an update on the women's game real quick. Got to give Coach Coop some love. Women's basketball. See what TSU was playing Tulane. See what we got here. Let's see what we got here in the SWAC. Okay, they play this afternoon. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So I'll have that score for you on Monday. Lord say the same. All right. I think I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Right now on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I hope everybody did have a blessed time together, whether you were with your family, whether you only were able to talk to them on Zoom or, talk to them over the phone. Remember when when we could get together and somebody had so-and-so on the phone. Oh, Cousin Willie on the phone. And you pass the phone around to everybody so y'all could all say hi to Cousin Willie. Now you can all get on one little camera, and you can see Cousin Willie and Aunt Betty and Sister Sally and all those all on one video stream. So, don't knock the technology. I know it's not what we want it to be, but it still gives us a chance to stay connected and stay safe. And at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. All right. All right. So again, we'll be checking in this weekend's games in the NFL. The New Orleans Saints will be in action on Sunday. Cowboys and Texans both played yesterday. Cowboys getting a loss while the Texans got a win. Cowboys got beat by Washington 41-16. Texans all over Detroit 41-25. Deshaun Watson 4 touchdowns, no interceptions in the win. And J.J. Watt had a pick six. They'll be at Indianapolis on the 6th, and that will kick off at noon. Cowboys will be at Baltimore. That will be on the 3rd on Thursday Night Football. Baltimore's having all kinds of problems right now due to COVID-19. They already had their game yesterday with Pittsburgh postponed to Sunday, and now the game itself is in question. Several players, COVID-19, including quarterback Lamar Jackson. New Orleans is going to be at Denver Sunday at noon, 3:05. And then again, college football, we already talked about UT and Iowa State in the fourth quarter. UTSA will host North Texas tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And number 5, A&M is going to host LSU. That will be tomorrow at 6:30. So there you go. There's your sports update right here on the lunch break. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. So wear your mask, wash your hands 30 seconds or more, and sanitize everything around you. And for Christ's sake, be sensitive to people around you. Give them 6 feet. Man, I ain't going to tell you what I just went through. But, again, when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, the racism. You know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe as always. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And then on the weekend, got a lot of great shows. The Not So Christian in Me Show. You got Jesse Jackson, Keep Hope Alive, Walt Baby Love, Gospel Tracks. And, of course, come Monday, it'll be your girl, Erica Campbell and Griff, Get Up Mornings. All right? All right, y'all. Y'all take care. God bless you. I see your sister, Patricia Johnson. Congratulations on your grandson. Congratulations on his graduation. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. All right, y'all. Man, thanks for putting up with me today. I'm still tired from the trip. So, y'all, be blessed. Be safe out there this weekend. Lord say the same. We'll talk to y'all on Monday, okay?